These mistakes I'm going to talk to you about are the absolute time wasters. Avoid them at all costs because they will just slow you down, waste your time, and will make you go back into procrastination. And as you know from my channel, I'm all about helping you speeding up that language learning process and to avoid procrastination, to avoid actually seeing that language learning as this huge mountain. I want you to enjoy the language learning process and see it as small, enjoyable steps on your way to fluency. So let's start with the mistakes. So the number one mistake I see is basically people study words loosely and not related and without any context. Meaning, if you want to learn new words, new vocabulary, a list of words, put them into sentences. They always have to stick to a social context and they have to be learned in archetype phrases. This is really important because your brain memorizes by social context. So, for example, if you learn words like bakery, car mechanic, and a verb like to run, these are not related. And it's very hard to actually then, when you are in a situation about running, about going to a car garage, and also going to a bakery, they will not be able to be put into place that quickly because your brain doesn't have structures or context to put them together. So what you can do is start straight away by memorizing simple archetype phrases. For example, for bakery, it's better to learn, instead of just learning bakery, you could say, today I'm going to the bakery, or my favorite bakery is. For the car garage example, you could say, I am looking for a car garage to help me with XYZ, and so on and so forth. And in terms of to learn maybe the word to run in terms of all its possible conjugations, you might want to think of a typical phrase you say in your normal language as well about running, like, I enjoy running on the weekends. And that gives your brain a structure that it can pull out whenever you are in that situation much faster and that it can put to practice in talking. And that leads me to mistake number 2. Now, mistake number 2 is never learn without a purpose. You will memorize so much faster if you have a why, if you want to communicate something in your target language. So, for example, in 2 weeks, you're going to your new country or to the country you want to travel to in which you want to communicate in the new language. And so you imagine situations in which you need the new language, and that actually helps you, again, to memorize so much faster, because if you want to communicate something, your brain will just take it up so much easier because you have a need. I give you an example. As you know, I run my YouTube channel, Learn Languages, Dr. Alex, in order to myself now learn my 5th language, which is Italian. And the sentences I put there, have a look. If you're about to learn Italian, have a look, get subscribed. It's really useful. So the sentences I put there are sentences I need myself. So I put, for example, recently I put sentences that help me survive on a train station. When I'm at a train station, I'm lost. How do I find my way? And these are sentences I really need to communicate. So my brain will memorize faster. That's mistake number 2. And mistake number 3 is actually practice talking. So it's no use studying the vocab and the grammar rules without actually putting it into action immediately. So what you can do at least is, after studying the new words or the new phrase, the new sentence, say it at least once loud. And then if you want to go further than that, use a language learning buddy, use one of these new AI tools, or use a social situation in which you talk about something and then imagine, okay, what would I say in my new language now? And even if you just talk to yourself, I mean, yes, I know it might sound weird, but even talking to yourself helps to activate that what you have just learned in your brain. So try that, leave me a comment and let me know what are your ideas about learning faster. And join me, of course, in our next